God bless everyone. I am the first reporter of our group. My name is Margaret Tancanyas, and our topic is all about cognitive and socio-emotional development for intermediate schoolers. So, what is intermediate schoolers? It is generally defined as 9 to 12 years old and they are playful and physically active. The initial cognitive characteristic, it is an intermediate school children greatly enjoy the cognitive abilities they can utilize more effectively than their thinking skills during their primary years. Their ability to use logic and reasoning gives them chances to think about what they want and how to get it. They now become interested. And the initial cognitive characteristics refers to the foundational cognitive abilities that children possess in the early stages of their development. These characteristics lay the groundwork for further cognitive growth and learning. So let's proceed to the characteristics of the cognitive development of intermediate schooler. But first, let's define what is cognitive development. Cognitive development it is a time on how children think, explore, and figure things out. It is a development of knowledge and skills which helps the children to think about and understand the world around them. The first characteristics of the cognitive development of intermediate schooler is reading development. The children in this stage is marked by a wide application of word attack. They are no longer into fairy tales and magic type of stories but are more interested in longer and more complex reading materials. During the intermediate school years, children's reading development undergoes significant changes as their cognitive abilities continue to develop. Here are some characteristics of cognitive development that influence reading development in intermediate schoolers. First, increased reading comprehension. Second, expanded vocabulary. Third, improved critical thinking. Fourth, enhanced metacognition. Fifth, increased reading speed and fluency. And lastly, expanded reading interest. It is important to note that each child's reading development may vary, and these characteristics are generalizations. It's crucial to provide support and opportunities for individualized growth and cater to each child's unique needs and interests. A few strategies in choosing age appropriate to their age consider the following. First, consider who the child is, his or her personality traits and personal preferences when choosing a book. Then, make a selection with a child of mind. Choose an informational book novel in an area of specific interest. Lastly, choose books that encourage discussion and insight building. Next characteristics of the cognitive development of intermediate scholar is creativity. Creativity in children is encouraged when the activities first encourage different response from each child, second celebrate uniqueness, third break stereotypes, fourth value process over product, fifth reduce stress and anxiety in children, six support to share ideas not only with the teacher or parent but also with other children, and lastly minimize competition and external rewards. Creativity is an important aspect of cognitive development in intermediate schoolers. As their cognitive abilities continue to develop, they exhibit certain characteristics that contribute to their creative thinking. It is important to provide opportunities for intermediate schoolers to express their creativity and nurture their imaginative thinking. Encouraging activities such as art, writing, music, and problem solving challenges can support their cognitive development and foster their creative potential. Next characteristics of the cognitive development of intermediate schooler is media and aggression. The following are some of the negative results of media. First, children will increase antisocial and aggressive behavior. Second, children may become less sensitive to violence and those who suffer violence. Third, children may view the world as violent and mean, becoming more fearful of being victim of violence. Fourth, children will desire to see more violence in entertainment and real life. And lastly, children will view violence as an acceptable way to settle conflicts. The relationship between media and aggression in the cognitive development of intermediate scholars is a complex topic that has been studied extensively. It is important to note that media alone does not cause aggression in children. Other factors such as family environment, peer relationships, and individual characteristics also contribute to the development of aggression. Additionally, not all children are equally affected by media violence, as individual differences and personal experience play a role.
Okay, my part is all about television viewing and characteristics of the cognitive development of intermediate schooler. So the impact of the use of television and other media in the like other media like the computer has gained opportunity to, or popularity rather, because students are given more opportunity to communicate effectively in speech and writing. So how can we say that he or she can effectively communicate speech and writing? For example, he or she can give and taking feedback, or he or she can respond to messages and have a volume and a clarity to messages, or delivering messages. He or she can understand nonverbal data, building a friendliness and confidence, and has a communication style to audience. Muna siya. And we have in writing. In writing, he or she can express herself clearly. For example, using language with precision, construction, and logical argument. For example, pod annotating, editing, summarizing, writing reports rather. Next is the kuan. They can work collaboratively. So the students can work collaboratively. Like for example, uh, making a report. So ibig sabihin, they allowed to work together, and everyone has benefits. For example, a part of collaborating on a problem may involve ang unsa man brainstorming sessions na brainstorming, like for example na say kanang uh, na ay sharing of sharing of ideas. Okay. Next is students can able to select technological tools. What are these technological tools? Sa examples ano nila? Technological examples ano sila? An electronic or digital or physical resource method that can support teachers or students in the delivery and testing of content. Example ano nila is are applications, mga platforms, or software that can be or can be virtual, hybrid, or traditional learning environments. Basta may example ano nga pwede makatabang sa students. Like for example, ang PowerPoint, PowerPoint presentation kanang Microsoft Word, ano man makatabang sa students, like for example, maghimo og report sa ang technological tools. So students are and next is analyze problem solve and set goals and promote strategies for achieving those goals. So sa mag-analyze sila problems then mag-set sa goals. Problems magod are mean you're fixing something. So na mga strategies, na mga uh, uh, na strategies nga mahaton para ma-achieve nimo ang goal. So mix to sometimes we make goal to solve a problem, and sometimes we try to solve a problem to achieve a goal. But goals and problems are not the same thing now. So goals are usually mean you're adding your value, adding value, or problems making you're fixing mean you're fixing something. And last is seek out information or skills on their own as needed to meet their goals. So mangita sila mga information nga nag-fit sa ilang goal, mangita sila mga information or skills nga pwede mahimong maidugang sa ilang knowledge para ma-achieve nila ang ilang mga goals. So, like for example, gusto ka mahimong volleyball player, example lang. So, you need to undergo a training para ma-practice na mo ang imong control para compete nimo or mo undergo mo kon ka kana mo play na kag volleyball. So 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 imong goal man is to be a volleyball player kani undergo kag training na improve imong skills, imong ang information is more nga nagkakuan ka ng. So ang information pod is more information pod imong na-absorb sa imong panggalingon. And then sa time na nindula na kag volleyball, kabalo na ka mo dulag volleyball kay na set na fit man imong na accomplish man imong training. So na meet ang imuhang goal sa pagka sa man pagkahimong volleyball player. So next is the characteristic of socio-emotional development of intermediate schoolers. And one of example of this is forms a strong and complex friendships. Okay. So, mabuild diri ang strong and complex friendship. So, how do you find a strong relationship? So, a healthy relationship involves diri is the honesty, the trust, respect, open communication between students that will they take effort and compromise from both people. So, naadari ang kuan kanang pagtinabang isa sa gusa. Like for example, kanang ah, naamoy estudyante or an estudyante kanang may classmate nga hina kayo sa math. So so every time nga mag-quiz mo gamay kasi kuha ana. So gitabangan ninyo nga sa ang pag-solve sa mga strategy sa mga method nga moaton para mas yung solving para sakto yung pag-solve. So gitabangan ninyo naka-build mo strong relationship sa iya. So kinatabangan man ninyo sa when the day nga kuan na kanang final exam niya kay natabangan man ninyo siya nga mahimong kanang mahimong mamaayo siya sa math samot na ako for example kung math major siya na so ang result is mahimong mamaayo gid mahimong ko ang iyang score sa math kay natabangan mo siya nga ma-improve ang iyang skill through problem solving. Ano siya? Okay, next is shows more interest in friends and less interest in the family. Okay. Ang example ani is ang makita mong pero may mga nato makita sa mga classmates, mga teachers o mamaya pero may nato makita so mas less ang interest nato sa family kaya pero may natong nahalabila laban na kay estudyante ta ang ato mga friends ato mga classmates within the school pero may nato sa makahalabila pag-adlaw. Okay, next is explores the identity. So within the school okay kanang within the school no kay diyan ato makita ang identity sa usag usa estudyante. So Di nato makita nga di nato makita ang gender identity, ang religion, ang culture, and also the sexuality. Because young people start to build a picture of who they are, o nagdari ang pangutan nga who they are, where they are come from, what they want, and what they are heading. Ano sila. Next is the family, which is the family support is important at this stage, characterized by success and failure. Ano kay laban na ron niya. Kapit ng exam, kailangan na to ang support sa itong pamilya, na ang financial support para makabayad tayo sa atong ah, mga balero na nato sa eskwelahan para sa exam. Kung dili ta ka take, kung dili ta makabayad, iba nagwalay support sa atong pamilya, dili pud ta ka kuan, dili pud ta ka exam. Mas labang ma-fail ta sa atong grado. Kundi mahitabo. So, kaya nga naman, ahamlitan nagikan, ahamlitan nagkuhog-usog para makapadayon sa atong pag-eskwela sa ato ang mga ginikanan. So, again, the characteristic of socio-emotional development of intermediate schoolers are form strong and complex friendship, shows more interest in friends and less interest in the family, explores identity, family, which is the family supports is important at this stage, characterized by success and failure.
So good day and God bless everyone. So for the continuation of Mr. Calmarin, let's go to the factors affecting ways on how to promote creativity of intermediate schoolers. So first, learning influences by doing things and discovering things. So students influenced by the people in their surroundings, just like their families, friends, teacher, and etc. By watching them, they learn and discover new things. Number 2. Set up activities that allow them to explore their creativity in relevant, interesting, and worthwhile ways. By giving the student activities just like making scrapbooks, journals that relevant to their studies, allow the student to explore their cognitive thinking, their creativity, and by this, they discover more interesting ideas. Number 3. Value creativity celebration and rewards. A teacher gives a task or activity to children and after that, just give them a reward and appreciation. So it is another kind of factors affecting ways on how to promote creativity of intermediate schooler by giving them reward when the student accomplish the given task or activity as an appreciation. So number 4, encourage children to read for pleasure. Reading can help children understand and express themselves better, develop their logical thinking, and help them to focus on learning new things. So number 5, give them free time and space. It is important to give them enough time or space to freely explore their imagination, but it also needs your guidance. So let's move on to individual differences factors. So learners have different strategies, approaches, and capabilities to learning. So some children have better ways and at different levels. So every children have different levels of learning. We have high, medium, and low. So some are simply smarter than others, and some have made no effort at all to earn good grades in school. Every student needs to understand his or her profile of strengths and weaknesses. Okay, let's move on to strategies and approaches. So first is visual. Students learn what they see. Second is kinesthetic. Students learn what they do. And third is auditory. Students learn what they hear.
Characteristics of the cognitive development of an intermediate schooler. Along with this is the implication to child care, education, and parenting. First is being an eager participant in children's growth and development, which means it's all about like being a gardener of their young minds. It's all about nurturing their curiosity, encouraging their questions, and providing them with the tools they need to explore the world. To participate eagerly in a child's development is to witness the unfolding of a unique personality. And it's all about fostering a love of learning, promoting a resilience, and helping them navigate their emotions. It's not and in being involved in children's growth, which means being their guide, their cheerleader, and sometimes their student. It's all about creating a safe and supportive environment where they can experiment, make mistakes, and discover their passions. And participating in a child's development is a privilege, which is all about helping them build strong foundations, not just in academics, but in life skills, values, and character. And also, uh, like investing in the future, participating in children's growth and development, like investing in the future. Every conversation, every shared experience, and every moment of guidance contributes to shaping the adults they will become. Okay, next is understanding how to use the children's curiosity to help them make appropriate developmental leap in their skills and abilities, which means harnessing children's curiosity, like steering a ship with a natural wind, is like guiding their inquisitive minds towards their skills, their new abilities, and using their questions as stepping stone for development. Understanding how to use the children's curiosity involves creating an environment where questions are encouraged and exploration is safe, which is all about turning why into let's find out and using their interests as a basis for learning. To use a child's curiosity rather for developmental leaps is to see the world through their eyes. It's all about turning everyday moments into learning opportunities and fostering a love for discovery that drives their skills and development. It's all about using their natural desire to understand the world as catalyst for learning new skills and abilities. And it's all about nurturing their interests and using their questions as springboard for skill development. And last is creating an atmosphere where risks can be taken and discoveries made while children remain safe. Okay. Okay, it means creating an atmosphere where children can take risks and make discoveries is like building a playground for their minds. It's all about providing a safe space where they can push their boundaries, explore their new ideas, and learn from their mistakes or experiences rather. It's all about allowing children to make mistakes, encouraging them to try again, and being there to catch them if they fall. An atmosphere that encourages risk taking and discovery is a fertile ground for growth. It's all about fostering a sense of adventure and curiosity while ensuring that children are safe and supported. Another example is creating such an atmosphere is like setting the stage for a play. It's all about um, providing the props and the safety nets, and then letting the children write down their own scripts and direct their own scenes. Another one is a safe environment for risk taking and discovery is like a laboratory for young scientists. It's all about providing tools and safety measures, and then letting the children experiment, observe, and learn. Okay, for attention, which is the older children have longer attention than younger children. So as children grow older, mangood, their attention span tend to develop and become more sustained. So this increased ability to focus allows them to engage in activities for longer periods of time, which can be beneficial for learning and accomplishing tasks. And older children phone often have longer attention spans due to their cognitive and neurological development, and they are able to sustain sustain and concentrate or focus on a particular task or activity, which can be enhanced their learning experiences. And then, uh, while older children may generally have longer attention spans, it's important to recognize that attention span can still vary among individuals. Natin mga factors such as personal interests, motivation, environmental factors that can also influence a child's ability to sustain attention. Then, as children grow older, they acquire more self-regulation skills, which can be contribute to longer attention spans, and they also become better at managing distractions and staying focused on a task, which allow them to delve deeper into the learning and exploration. So for teacher, need to be eager participants, children growth and development. So na mga examples sa nila. Engage in meaningful conversations with children, actively listening to their thoughts and ideas. Encourage them to express themselves and um, provide guidance and support as well as to navigate their emotions and experiences, and also participate in their learning journey by offering assistance with homework projects or exploring new topics together. Show genuine interest in their educational pursuits and provide resources and what else guidance when needed. Not just that, but to model as positive behaviors and values that you want them to emulate. Because children learn by observing, so being a role model for kindness, empathy, resilience, and perseverance can have a profound impact on their growth. Last one is creating a nurturing and stimulating environment at home that promotes learning and exploration, provide age-appropriate books, toys, and activities that encourage their curiosity and help them to develop their skills. That's all.